up guys, it's PK. So today we're gonna go to Louis' shop. We're gonna be talking about his new intake manifold from Skunk2, so let's check it out. We're gonna talk about Skunk2 intake manifold. So you already did some R&D. You already tuned it with it or no?
No, my car didn't freak out at all.
It didn't. You just slapped it on, no tune, nothing. Just.
Well, it has a custom tune.
Well, I know, but whatever tune you have right now, you just slapped it on.
Yeah. So basically, I wanted to see if it would do anything.
Yeah,
like, I mean, obviously, it didn't pop any codes out, and I know we were talking to when Skunk2 announced it. They said that you probably are getting a custom tune.
Yeah.
But realistically, they're testing everything on a stock car, right?
Yeah.
So if you look at their product photos and stuff, everything is like stock turbo, stock, basically no bolt-ons.
Not even intake or inlet. So then how are they gonna? You can't really.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't really tell. Most likely, you might need something to tune when it's stock, because it probably won't do anything regardless.
Yeah.
But I mean, just looking at this is like very. It's plastic, right?
Yeah, and again, so this sorry, we didn't explain, but so this is the original.
This is for an
intake manifold for Civic Si.
Yeah, so
1.5 turbo.
Si. This is all just regular plastic, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, this is the OEM.
And if you see in here, like basically,
let me see if I can get the light in there. Yep. I see.
What we're thinking is like most likely what these little crevices are here. It's just basically just for airflow direction, right? So when this goes in, it's gonna shoot this way, right?
Kind of like a velocity stacker, no?
Yeah. So then this is gonna hit the back of the actual manifold, which would be the bottom curve right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll swoop down, go in, and then. But just looking at this, like airflow would be uneven. Like
yeah, because it looks like right here at this point, it's squeezing the air to the last.
Yeah, and then I'm guessing this is where this part of the evap system shoots the air in. Mm-hmm. Which would be this cylinder, right? So I guess for whatever reason they designed it like this, maybe for emissions, you know?
Yeah, maybe so for fuel economy or something. So this Honda did it that way.
Is probably getting it from, this is the one that gets it for the actual turbo, so the little wastegate. Yeah. So when the wastegate releases, it'll shoot through, go back here, and then it'll enter back in here, and there's like a little sensor right here with the, which is like the evap control sensor. Yeah. And then I'm guessing this is why it has like this little divot right here. Mm-hmm. So it can have, maybe if this isn't here, it would have too much air. For whatever reason, it is designed like this direction. Obviously, it's functional and it works. And
yeah, you know, we're not gonna contradict what Honda did.
Yeah, and then obviously high horsepower, like even the fastest SI right now is running the stock manifold, and obviously it works. But
what's the fastest SI running? Like 500?
I think more. I think now it's maybe like, I think it broke 10s, right? It was probably like 10s. 6 or 7. So
6, 7, but then he's running bigger turbo, bigger everything, right? So besides this, right?
This is still stock on the car,
is like,
obviously, because there's nothing else.
Is this one of the last things that is still stock or no aftermarket support?
The manifold doesn't have a support.
The fuel system.
And then, I mean, that's really about it.
Yeah.
But, and in the throttle body, I think they're gonna make a new throttle body. They're gonna make like a 70 mil, I think. I don't know, but that's a whole different thing.
Did you measure the?
No, I mean, I think this is like a 64 or 66, something like that. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. But I know it's obviously still stock, so stock volume is still gonna move through it. But basically, after putting it in, you know, on a 1 to 10 of installation, honestly, it was probably like even for me, like it was probably like a good 10.
Oh, so this is.
It was very, very difficult.
So it's not like
because removing this. We took this off like in 25 minutes.
Okay.
Or like less.
And that's removing the things around it.
Removing everything around it, like getting this off, the throttle body off, like getting this completely off. Yeah. This like literally took like 15, 20, 25 minutes max. Like.
So then what was the hard part?
The hard part was getting a new one up.
Oh. So. Because the new one's bigger.
And then I'll explain, but basically, get a good clip of this. Burn this in your mind real quick. how this looks and how this is all set up.
So what's the top side or the bottom?
Yeah, this would
side?
be the top.
Okay.
So this would be the top. This is where your fuel line goes.
Okay.
Your throttle body will go here, and then this would connect to the motor like this.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
And if you want to check it out, it would basically like this. So this is what would feed each cylinder. This is your intake side.
Yep.
And your exhaust side is the turbo side. So then this would just literally go up like that.
Yep. So front of the car's on this side.
Yeah.
And then the back, which is the driver's side, or the rear, is over here. So just so people can get an idea, we're gonna go to the car right now, but just so you guys get an idea.
This would literally just sit behind the firewall, almost next to the firewall.
Yep. Yep.
And then so these little, just remember like all these all like this is for the evap system that goes to the turbo. This goes into the valve cover. It goes in here. So the valve cover feeds air into this, and then for some of you guys that run catch cans, you guys know that you guys have to reroute this when you guys go into your catch cans and stuff like that. This goes into the actual frame, if I remember right. It goes like this, and it probably goes into something else, maybe into the brake booster or something like that. And then this is another one that just goes to another control valve that goes up here, and then here would be your throttle body. And then nothing goes down here except for your injectors. Your injectors would go here, but no, you don't have to. A lot of people have a misconception that this product, you are relocating the injectors. There's no way you're gonna be able to relocate the injector. Like, this is a direct injection engine. Like, if you remove the injectors, you're gonna have holes here. There's no way. And honestly, this is like one of the most asked questions that I get in my DMs is like, what fuel rod did you use? I was like, no, you don't. You just didn't come with one. You don't need one. Like, the product pictures is because they're developing a fuel rod for the future.
So they're developing intake manifold and a fuel rail.
Yeah, exactly.
And the pictures that people see, the product pictures,
yeah,
it's both items together.
Exactly.
Okay.
So those are gonna be completely like, just don't think what you're seeing, like, because it's not. Like, you do your research.
The product picture is not what you're purchasing. You're purchasing just the manifold, not the fuel rail upgrade system that they're doing.
That should be expensive with all the fuel run and everything.
Yeah. What you're saying right now is you're running the Skunk2 intake manifold with a stock.
It's a stock
fuel rail.
Everything is the same, and you have to run it. This engine is basically, it's DI. It's direct injected. You need to run that. Like, there's really no other way. Unless you're doing like you still have to run it. Even if you have a secondary fuel rail and all that, like, you still have to run the DI pump. You still have to run the DI, like the direct injected fuel rail. You know, all the injectors literally go inside the block. Yeah. So there's no way like you would leave an opening, and so basically just don't think you're getting a fuel rail, because you're not. Like,
as of right now, it's only the stock fuel rail system. Yeah.
So there's nothing technically out. There is custom stuff that you can buy. Yes. Good luck with that. It's going to be expensive. You know, some people are willing to spend that in just driving the car, and like for the last couple of days, like, or the week or whatever. Honestly, I don't think that the car will benefit if it's a stock.
So your recommendation is, your honest opinion is, intake manifold should be one of the last performance modes.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, you can honestly get away with not even anything.
Yeah. So now that you guys saw the OEM setup off the car, OEM sample here. So that's the Skunk2 one. It looks bigger.
Yeah, definitely. Like,
for sure, it looks bigger.
It's like just straight right here.
The chamber is bigger.
So definitely less restriction and just free flowing air.
And then the outer looks like thicker too. So you didn't measure it before putting it on?
Yeah, the entrance is supposed to be for a 70 mil.
Okay.
So,
and the OEM is,
I think, like
62 or 60
or whatever, something like that. 62, 64.
So
I don't think it really matters.
So like a 10% increase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's like two different ports to fit a bigger stock throttle body and a bigger throttle body.
Yeah. So basically, like they made holes for their new throttle body that's coming out, which is like the 70, and then they have the holes for the stock one. So we just
Yeah.
So it looks really good, right?
Yeah, it looks good. So, that should have been OEM right there. Actual metal, not plastic.
The kit's terrible though.
What do you mean, the
so this is
installation?
We're gonna get to the installation.
All right, yeah. So you were saying the installation was a 10 out of 10 difficulty. So explain.
Well, we laughed at it because we were looking and it was like 4 hours saying that the time that you had to install it, and we were like, He laughed, and I was like, yeah, 4 hours.
Like it's like a 4-hour install.
But in my mind, in my mind, I'm like someone that doesn't, you know, like that's at home doing it. I'm like, oh yeah, like 4 hours, I can see it. And then we did it, and we're like, okay. Like,
it took 4 hours?
It took 3.
Wow.
So we did it in 3. It said 4, but I spent 2 hours looking for shit.
Like like tools and stuff, or what do you mean?
Okay, so this is when I get.
Because usually I spend most of my time in my garage looking for a 10mm than actually doing the job.
Okay, so right now this is still in the mock-up phase for us. Like we're gonna go back and we're gonna fucking fix everything that, like we literally put it on, just to see how it was gonna work and then see how it was gonna fit. You see this line right here? This is kind of like too short for this. So realistically, I should be going like this and just leaving this down like this. So yeah. I'm probably just gonna zip tie it right here. But I mean, just for like all, you know, sets and purposes, I'm gonna put this back, whatever.
Just put another one.
If you don't have a catch can, this helped a lot because we had just tubing. So basically now, this from here to the catch can was supposed to be this one, right?
Yep.
This one was supposed to be the catch can. So if you don't have a catch can, you need to get like basically a hose that goes from here all the way down, all the way to back down here, all the way in the bottom right here. You see where this one is?
So underneath you need a hose that goes from this point all the way
to the bottom,
but underneath the catch can position.
Yeah. Okay. So
does it come with the kit or no?
It does not.
So you gotta buy one, Home Depot?
Nothing comes with the kit. The only thing you get is
the manifold,
the throttle body.
Oh, the throttle body.
A little spacer and bolts.
You don't get the throttle body.
Well, not the throttle. You know what I'm talking about.
The manifold.
The intake manifold.
Then you get like a little spacer and whatever, the bolts, and
that's about it.
That's it. You don't even get the Allen head for the bolts that they provide.
The bolts that they provide for the actual mounting to the block, useless. Like I even me that I have like almost like every fucking tool for these type for like specifically I buy tools just so like I can work better with these cars.
Yeah, more efficiently.
Yeah, and we can like with less time, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
We didn't have a single head that could fit in there properly to one, save time, and two, like do it efficiently. So the bolts that they gave us, I just threw them out. Like we were just like, we're not gonna use them. Like, bro, like there was no way I was gonna get them in there.
Yeah.
And you had the torque them still.
And you still have the torque them. So.
And you said they were hex head or?
No, they were Allen heads.
Allen heads.
So 6-point Allen heads. So what we did instead was we just got
we had
6-point 12. Basically, that's what fits in there.
Yeah.
There's 6.12 heads. We put them in there. They locked everything in. The stock ones are too long. They don't go all the way through, so we couldn't use those. Which I don't know why you should, because like they're going off of what this is, but they don't fit. So they give you a specific bolt.
So you have to use longer hardware.
So the stock ones are too long, so you have to use shorter ones. Okay. Now, if you look in here, this is what everyone is misconception is that you see these little holes.
Yep.
Those are what the injectors would be for a secondary rail, but they're plugged. So I'm guessing when the rail comes out, you have to drill these out, or get a different adapter for this, which they're probably gonna sell. They're probably gonna sell like a separate adapter for the fuel rail. You know, and then you have to take this apart, take that apart, and then add that, and then you could add the rail.
Okay.
Which I'm thinking, or you could just save money, could drill a hole through there for like the right diameter for an injector. Put it in there, call it a day, right? Okay, so then 2. This is why I say I'm thinking too, like if you have a stock turbo, it probably isn't gonna work for you very well, because this turbo kit, you delete a lot of stuff. PRL, basically Gen 2 Garrett 2867. You can do the 60, or you can do like the smaller ones. It's kind of gonna be the same setup, but basically, like this wastegate, this turbo smart wastegate, you eliminate the pretty much the stock inlet pipe, right? So some of these hoses you delete. So like this hose right here, deleted. So now you only have one running all the way through here, and then this is the EGR sensor. So basically, like this sensor is literally, I mean, I could cap it or something, but it doesn't do anything, right? So right here we just have it looped. This feeds into here, which would have fed here. Okay, so now if you have the stock one, like this one would have to feed into here, and then I think this one would have fed here, and then this one has to feed there. But
Is there instructions on?
No. So like you see this, like, well, I mounted this here just so, because I didn't have, there's nowhere to mount it. There's like nowhere to mount this sensor. Like this whole sensor, like there's nowhere to mount. I just mounted it to the valve cover right here. You see? Mm-hmm. Because there's no other way to, where else are you gonna put this? Like there's no way. There's no way where you can put this.
Just zip tie it to.
There's like no 10s where you could just like set it up.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we can squeeze it in here in this one, but I haven't checked. I haven't tried it. Like this, I don't want to kink the wire all the way over there and it's gonna like all off. Mm-hmm. In their product pictures, they don't show none of this, and it's kind of hard to like explain. But
they just show you, like you said,
on it. Basically.
Do you have the picture?
Yeah, let me get it up.
Whatever the paper. That and like literally all the hoses, literally every single hose had to be changed.
So when you install this, every intake manifold hose pretty much needs to be brand new because you need different lengths.
Pretty much, yeah. Literally every single hose pretty much had to be changed. Like
yeah.
I mean, we literally, I don't know, how long did we take trying to find hoses?
Like an hour.
Where did you find hoses?
Just around the shop.
Literally laying around like.
So pretty much in summary, at least for a big turbo, it does help out. The install is a beach, and you need a bunch of hardware and a bunch of hoses that it doesn't come with the kit nor OEM.
Some Honda Bond.
Some Honda Bond, maybe some
Clamps. You need clamps.
Oh, clamps. So Skunk2 doesn't offer a lot of support when it comes to installation, but I think once you slap it on, you should have no problems with the bigger turbo. And then with time, if you guys still have any questions, Louis, within a week or two, so by the time I post this video, Louis has probably already installed it on a stock turbo SI, and you guys can DM him, even though he gets 100 DMs, so it may take 48 hours.
Yeah, it might take like a couple of days.
He might not even get to them, you know? Who knows?
I might just make a post. Like the other day, I had so many people asking me that I just posted like, if you have a bigger turbo, that's it, like it works.
If you have a bigger turbo, get it. If you get anything of this video, if you got bigger turbo, get the manifold. If you have a stock turbo, I don't know.
That's a question for you.
I personally would say don't get it, bro. Like,
I mean, it looks really good though, so I'll just get it.
If you want to show points like this guy, you know, he's a wannabe. His car's super slow, you know. If you want to be like him, I'm just kidding. But all right, let's hear this. Can you hear it when you're not moving? I was about to tell you, I'm like, why is there so many ticking noises?
Yeah, don't worry about that. That's the transmission, the twins, like, don't.
All right, Louis said, don't worry about none of the weird noises. Huh?
That's also normal.
That noise is normal?
Yeah.
That's a loud ass normal noise. Race car stuff. Race car problems, guys. Huh?
I can control it.
Sounds like you need a clutch fork. I'm just kidding. Sounds like a bearing. Or is it just the transmission?
It's a two-disc going like this.
Oh, okay.
Slap against the frame. No, well, not the frame, but the clutch frame.
Yeah. Some good stuff right there. All right, I think it works. I think it works.
It was pretty sick. It's funny because when we drove in the car, after we drove it, we were like, damn, this it feels better, it's spooling better. And then I was all like, I was parked right there and I was like, I'm gonna just two-step it just to like see if it made a sound difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have made a sound difference.
Sounds loud. Yeah. Well, let me do one more from the back. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe for more Type R content and SI content, because sometimes I try to see this guy, but I'm always busy. So This is my man right here.
I feel like it's hard to get out of this cart, and then when I cage it, it's gonna be even worse.
And that's because you're a small guy. Imagine me with all this panza, you know what I mean? But alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe for more Type R content, SI content whenever he's gonna pop out somewhere. Whenever I'm with this guy. Alright guys, peace. Okay, bye. No quema acá. In the front. ¿Qué pex? No que V8.
It's a V8 fool, but my traction, the way it's set up.